the Cottage Gingham set, and I'm going to pull this up closer to you. We're going to use this Cottage Gingham set. The paper is absolutely fabulous, and I haven't even begun to use the paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a host code right after this video, and if you purchase product from me, and today we're having a huge sale, but if you purchase product from me from today until 1 week from today, until next Tuesday, using the host code that I provide below, then I'm going to give you a 6x6 sampler pack of each of the colors in this gingham set. They are amazing. And if you want to get your own, well, then you can go in and you can definitely order your own. But I'm also going to be using the Cottage Wreath and the dies. And there are so many intricate little dies with this set. If you purchase the suite, you also get the twine, which I am going to use today, and you also get the enamel, pearlized enamel effects. And honestly, I haven't even used those yet, so I'm not sure what they even look like. And I'm kind of sad because this is going to be gone. So our catalog ends in December, and we will be getting a new one coming out in January, and it's at my other desk. I can't even show you the front of it, but this past weekend we went to On Stage, some of us, with Stampin' Up, the demonstrators, and I sat with a group of girls I didn't know, and one of them made this cute treat box and had candy on the inside of it for each one of us that sat at the table. And it was such a neat idea. I wish I would have been the one to think of it, but I asked her how she made it. She said she didn't know. And so when I got home, I came in and I carefully took it apart and made my own measurements and share it with you guys because it was such a fun, quick craft to do. So let's move the catalog out of the way. If you saw my Instagram and my Facebook yesterday, this is the one I did. I used the colors, these colors, because I was participating in the Global Design Project, and it was to use Pumpkin Pie, Night of Navy, and Balmy Blue. And so I used these colors as my project this week, and I just went to the Dollar Tree and bought some Andes and some mints and stuck them in here, and I thought this would be really cute to sit on the table for Thanksgiving for everybody, you know, maybe after they eat and everybody's kind of, you know, full, but maybe, you know, wants to freshen up their breath a little bit. So I don't know, I thought these were really cute. So let's make one together. First thing that I used, and I kind of had all of my things that I'm gonna use here. I had my ruler, my take pick, my scoring tool, stamp and seal, scissors. I'm going to use my scoreboard, but if you don't have a scoreboard, you can definitely use your paper trimmer. So we're going to start with paper trimmer first. And we are going to go with a piece of paper that is 8.5 by 11. And let's bring it up here. And let's trim this paper first. So on the side that is 11, I need to take 1/2 inch off. So 1.5 inch. 1.5. Just making sure I'm doing this right. 1.5. This is your scrap paper. You can set that aside. Then we are going to score this. So I have the side up here that is 8.5, and I'm going to score it at 2. And I'm also going to flip this all the way around so that 8.5 is up at the side, up at the top again, and I'm going to score it at 2. So each of these should be scored at 2. And this other one would be 6.5. All right, then I'm going to go to my 11-inch side. and I am going to score at 2.5. So 2.5 is going to be my first score. My next score is going to be 5.5. 5.5. And then my final score is going to be at 8. It's going to be at 8. All right. And you see how easy, I could have easily done that on my scoring tool, or my paper trimmer. Very easy. All right. So I'm going to just take my bone folder and just varnish down. Varnish. I'm not sure how they say it, but I'm going to just crease my paper good with my scoring tool. Do that for all of the creases that I made in my paper, because I want to be able to see them and I want to be able to work with them. All right. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to need my paper snips, and I'm also going to need my pencil. All right. So, this right here. So this is like 1 3/4. This is 2.5. This is 3. And this one is like 2.5. All right, so we are going to cut out this one. We're 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 going to leave the big one. Then we're going to cut out this one, and we're going to cut out this one. All right, so that's our goal, to cut all of these out. All right. So I am just going to take my paper snips, go up the line, and go up the line, just like that. I'm going to do that on the same side, or the other side too. And I'm just literally cutting on that crease all the way up. Okay. Then we're going to come to the other side and cut on the crease. And we don't have to cut diagonal for any of these pieces unless you want to, but you really don't need to. We're going to cut it like this and right here. All right, these are trash and you can get rid of them. This is why you need your ruler, and I have a pencil here with me, and I'm going to pop on my glasses real quick so that I can see what I'm doing. But this section is 3, and I'm going to come up here to the very top and I'm going to mark a dot where it's 1/2. 1.5. And then I'm going to do that on the other side too. 1.5. Okay? Then I could do one of two things. I could use my ruler and I could draw a line from here to there, and again from here to there, but I want an actual crease in it. So this is how I'm going to do it on my paper trimmer. I am going to set my crease right here in this on my paper trimmer. I know it's kind of hard to see in my paper trimmer, so I get there, and then I'm going to rotate until my dot gets in there also. Hopefully that made sense. I'm gonna move away my cutter because I don't want to cut. Let's bring my score up here, but I want to score until there. I want to score that. So you will have done this. Okay, let's do the other side. So same concept. I'm gonna put my pencil there, bring my dot to the line, bring my scoring down, and I've scored my second one. All right, so we're gonna use those to help make our box. So let's do that to the other side. Put your pencil here, rotate, and score up and back, and then put your pencil here and rotate until your dot gets in your groove, right? In your groove, that's where it needs to be, and you're gonna come down back and forth, okay? And then both of these should fold just like that, okay? So pretty simple. Nothing too hard about this. All right, let's move on. So now that we have done that, we have alongside here that we're gonna put a notch in, and we're gonna round the corners. We have a section here. This is going to be our bottom section. See how that fits in the bottom? It's going to be our bottom section. And then this is going to be our flap that comes in and out. Okay, it's going to fold in and out. Like this. Actually, it's going to go like this. Sorry. It's going to go like this. So these are going to be rounded. I grabbed my punch here, my detailed trio punch, lining it up on the rounded side. Is everything popped up? Yep, it is. Trio punch, line it up, and punch straight down. Again, line it up, get it where you want it, and pop straight down. And now I have some rounded corners. I'm going to use this on my paper also when we do my DSP also. All right, so here's where the fun part begins, right? All right, so these pieces right here, they are going to affix to this, all right? So before we do that though, we're gonna take these and glue them in. So use your paper, your Stampin' Seal, and I'm just going to use a little bit, and I'm going to bring that in, do that on the other side, bring it in, right? Now I'm going to fold these in, and I'm going to do the same thing right here. This time it's going to be on the outside of that paper, right? Because I want it to fit right here. So let's do it over here too. So we can bring them up together, here, and here, and here. And then I'm gonna bring up my side, just like this, and I'm gonna line up. And I have a little pieces that are holding over, but I'm gonna line up and put them down. Ready? Line up, line it up, and place it down. There we go. Now we have our box. Pretty simple, right? So what I'm going to do is decorate the box now. And I loved this gingham checked paper here. So let's do this. All right. Here are the dimensions. We need two pieces that are going to measure 4.5 by 2 1/4. So I am going to do 2 1/4 first, right? 2 1/4, 2 1/4. Oh, I'm always so afraid to cut my paper. Okay, 2 1/4 by 4.5. By 4.5. 4.5, and let's do another one. 4.5. Now, had I cut the other way, I would have been wasting a lot more paper. So that's kind of why I was nervous about cutting. So these are gonna go here and here on our things. Let's do this again, because let's just make sure these numbers are right, because this doesn't look right. That says 4.5. That doesn't look right. It's okay. We're gonna work this out. So let's take off another. We did 4.5. Let's do 4.5. Let's do 4.25. Let's see what that does. Okay, let's try 4.25. 4.25 works way better. So, okay, so let's do this again. 4.25. 4.25 by 2.25. 4.25 by 2.25. Changing my notes here. 4.25 by 2.25, and we need 2 pieces. All right. Hopefully I said that enough times. Now, our next piece is going to be for here, and this measures 1 3/4 by 4.5. So we're going to go in 1/4 inch all the way around, right? So we're going to go, let's do this again. We're going to go 1.5, 1.5, and we're going to go 4.25 right here. 4.25. All right, so this is our extra. All right, now this piece is going to fit right here, but I want it to mimic these rounded corners that I did on my paper. So let's round these real quick. Just stick it in your punch and round it. See how it just rounded that right there? Let's do it again on the other side. Just pop it in there and punch. And now this will fit right in here like that. And look, I got that wrong again. Oh, so frustrating. I'm going to take a little bit off of here. Look, that's going to match so much better right there. And I took off 1/4 inch off the long one here. So that's going to be 1.25. Okay. All right. So 1.25 by 4.25. 1.25 by 4.25. Just like that. All right. And then those are going to fit on the ends. So let's put them on. See, look at the other side of this paper. Isn't it just amazing? All right. So this one is just going to fit here on this. And I'm just making sure that everything is just kind of matching up all the way around. Then this piece is going to go here. So let's add some of our Stampin' Seal, and I'm using my Stampin' Seal Plus on this one, and I'm using it because it's sturdy and I don't want it to come apart. Okay, so I got those 2 pieces on, and now I just need to put on my front piece. And it's gonna go right here. And you know, this might have been easier to put on before I folded up the project, but I decided to go ahead and go like this. So that's what we're doing. But you might want to put on your designer series paper first. It might be easier if you can lay it down flat. All right, so we have our box. Isn't that adorable? Now, she had a notch here. And so what I did is I took my label here, and oh, I don't have my catalog in here. I'll put what the label is down at the bottom below. But I took the label, I turned it over, and I used one of the holes in here, and I'll show you. And I lined it up in the middle. And if you don't trust yourself, you can definitely center it. But I just clicked it out, and I have the part now where you can pull it in and out. And you could do that if you have any type of punch that you could make an oval with. I just chose to use this one, and this one's new in the catalog, so the annual catalog, I'll get that for you. I haven't labeled that one. All right, so let me show you what I did. I used scraps, okay? That's how tiny these pieces are. I just used scraps that were over in my scrap bin that I keep. And I used the dies from Cottage Wreath. And let me open these up and show you because they are so neat. And last time I used this, I cut out a whole bunch of them. And they are everywhere in here now. Thinking, oh, I'll have them already punched out for another project. But I didn't really like how they worked with this one. So I'm not going to use them with this one. I made new ones. So we've got multiple types of wreaths. You can either stamp your wreath and cut it out, or you can actually use your paper and cut out a wreath right there. So it comes with multiple things to do. It comes with leaves. This set comes with a spider in it. It comes with berry and holly, and the sentiments are, some people just make life better, boo, hello, grateful, Merry Christmas. It's just a really good set. So that's the set that I decided to use. And I also chose to use my double oval. So I have that. And let me grab this because I have the Merry Christmas that I wanted to emboss with. All right. So I took a piece of the ribbon combo from the Real Red and Garden Green combo pack that is available in the mini catalog. And I just made a little mini bow because I thought it would be sweet. And I also cut two of the wreaths. One like this and then one like this. So I got two wreaths here. This one you can actually pull the sides up. So that's what I did yesterday after I cut this out, is I just went around this whole thing and I just kind of slightly pulled the sides up so that it would look fuller. Now I'm going to take some of my glue and I'm going to grab out my silicone mat because I'm messy and I do not want to get it all over my table here. But I'm just going to, there we go. Just going to go around here and I'm just going to put some glue just around the outside. Just around the outside. And I want to glue this down. Now, it's going to kind of, I'm trying to get them in between each other, and I'm just going to glue two sides down. I'm going to hold it for a second so it adheres, so that not all of it's glued all the way down, but that it still has some puff to it. And now I'm just taking my fingers and I'm just bending, I don't know if you can see this, I'm just bending the leaves in just a little bit. Just bending them in just a little bit so that my wreath still looks nice and full. All right. Then I'm going to take a glue dot. I'm going to put it on the back of my wreath. And I'm going to put that down here at the bottom. Okay, kind of see where I'm going with this. And then I'm going to stick this here. All right. And then I have some berries that I thought, okay, I could do multiple things with these. I could take the red and put 3 of them on here, which that actually is going to take a lot of jewels, which is fine. But then if I put it on here, maybe it'll stand out a little bit more. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. I love it. Okay, I'm going to do another one. And you know what? You know, it'd be fun to be able to have different ones of these at the table instead of just one. Have different ones at the table so that everybody could see all the different creations that you made. All right, and where's my third one? Here it is. Because you'll put them in threes, right? Isn't that the golden rule in decorating? Decorate in threes. All right, and then I'm put the rest of my glue on there and put that one there. All right, so now I have my wreath. Isn't that adorable? All right, and it's going to go on my box. Then I grabbed some paper. I thought it looked good with the wreath. And we are going to use the Versamark ink. So I have my powder, and I'm just gonna put that on there so I get a good and we're gonna put Merry Christmas. We're gonna set this aside, and I'm gonna use my new tray for my embossing, and I'm just going to use some white embossing powder. Just sprinkle that on there, and I like to use my tweezers. We're going to just kind of tap it a little bit. It does come with a little brush so that you can get off excess if you need to. We're going to set this aside. And I'm also going to take my tweezers and hold it good. And it's going to get loud for a second. But we're going to emboss this Merry Christmas. Come on, heat up. There we go. It's starting to change. Okay, and we got our Merry Christmas looking pretty. All right, let's get this out of the way now. And I am going to put a little bit of glue on the back of this and put it right here in the middle of my oval. And I'm going to just pat away some of that powder, because now that it's all been dried, oh, that would have looked cute in the middle. But I'm going to just stick this on here. Merry Christmas. Let's grab some dimensionals, 2 on an end. Right here, I'm going to go Merry Christmas, and I am going to also put dimensionals on this. And I'm just going to put 2 for now, see how that goes, and if I need to, I'll add more. Then I'm going to just come in here with my wreath and pop that in there. I like this. This is cute. Would this be cute to actually do names too? And so I've got a Merry Christmas, and you know what? For the fun of it, I'm going to add some more, maybe red jewels, maybe one there, one there, and another one down here. Oh, didn't pick up. Here we go, another one down here. I don't know, you can put your jewels anywhere you want. Just decorate it to how you like it. All right, let's finish it off with a little bit of candy. A little bit of mints. Couple off. There we go, just a couple. And there we have our gift box for our table. It says Merry Christmas. It's sweet. I love it. I really liked doing this. I enjoyed receiving it. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. Give me a thumbs up if you did. I would really appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching today. Have a great day.